Hello, 6Es, receiving students and teachers. Thank you. You may be seated. Right, before we go on, can anybody tell me, Emmanuel, what we looked at in yesterday's lesson? Briefly tell the class what you looked at in yesterday's lesson. Receiving students, you can also tell your teacher, Emmanuel.
Can solid, liquid, gas change shape?
Can solid, liquid, gas change shape? Shape? Okay. Can solid, liquid, gas change state? Thank you, Emmanuel. Now, can anybody, receiving students, tell your teacher, can anybody tell me one word? Tell me what is the word used to describe a change of state from solid to liquid? What is that word? Change of state from solid to liquid. Anybody can remember? Receiving students? Thank you. You're telling your teacher. Let's hear from. Let us hear from Samuel. Samuel?
Melting.
Again?
Melting.
Melting. Did you all hear that? Melting. Very good. Okay, melting is the change of state from solid to liquid. Right. Today we will be looking at a new trend, rather teachers and students, that science in the home, sub-strand, and the new learning outcome. Today we will be looking at our new learning outcome, which is 6.3.2. Okay, that is our learning outcome. Our topic for today is, can it be mixed? Can it be mixed? Billy, Rudolph, help Billy. Okay, Rudolph, can it be mixed? What can you think about when you see that?
Cordial can be mixed.
Right, good. Cordial can be mixed. Rudolph thinks of cordial. Cordial can be mixed. Can it be mixed? Thank you. Okay, today we are going to be looking at some of the things receiving students. If you look up front here, I hope you brought your materials as required, but if you look up front here, you will see some of the materials which the model class have brought. Now we have with us, we've got some dead leaves. We also have some soil here. Hope you brought those things as well. Across here, we've got an interesting bit of plant there. Across here, we've got an interesting plant there. This is called the algae. You probably looked at it in your previous lessons when you are looking at living things, algae. Okay, so this is a plant called algae. With the algae, we also have some sand taken from Ella Beach. And we also have oil. We've got cooking oil there. We will be using that today as much as we can. We also have some candles, cooking oil and some candles which we've been using in our previous lessons. So, receiving students, I hope you brought those materials also from your previous lessons. Now this is what we have, and across here we have some chalks. We've got some colored chalks here. So that is what we are going to be using. These are some of the things which we will be using. And we also have an interesting, probably receiving students, you don't have this, but in the model class we use this You use the blackboard and duster to wipe it off, but we use the whiteboard cleaner. Okay, there's some content in the cleaner, whiteboard cleaner. We will be using that today as well. Very good. Now, your friends have their materials with them. Let's see what we will be doing today. Okay, that's the instruction there, activity instruction. In your groups, discuss and list down the things that you have brought. Okay, we generally did that already. I already mentioned some of the things that the class has brought. You can, receiving students, do that in your group as well. That's one. Number two, try to mix the things that you have brought. Now you will have to discuss with your groups. When you have discussed those two, we will look at your third instruction. Class and receiving students. Those two questions are up on the screen. You look at the things that you have brought in your groups and you try to ask yourself, can these things be mixed? Now, receiving students, before I forgot to mention that you were also asked to bring some water. So you should have some water containers with you, ready for the experiment. Right. You should be discussing how you can mix those things there. Can it be mixed? How you can mix those things up there? All right, now that you have discussed, you are going to try out your discussions by doing simple experiment, whether you can mix those or not. Bit tough, isn't it? Okay, that's what you're going to find out, receiving students and class. All right, you have already discussed that. Once you have done that, this is what you're going to be doing. Let us look at the third instruction. You group the teens into two groups and label them in the following table. Okay, receiving students are looking up here. You can stop scratching and mixing. Look up at your screen. This is the table that you are going to be doing. Now, if one of your friends is trying to do the experiment, the rest of you take down this activity table. Okay, so you quickly rule that. Receiving teachers, you can take down the table as quickly onto the blackboard for your students to copy down. On the table, you come up with things that can be mixed. That's the one that you had in your group. Which one can you mix and which can you not mix? All right, class and the receiving students, let us see what our friends have come up with. Your friends have come up with the following on the board here, under things that can be mixed and things that cannot be mixed. Under things that can be mixed, we've got algae and soil there, and they've also have lime powder and water, lime powder and water. Next, we've got whiteboard cleaner and chalk. That's for things that can be mixed. Now for the things that cannot be mixed, we have sand and water, soil and stone. We've got candle wax and water, and we've got oil and water. Okay, good. All those answers are correct. Receiving students, you can check that together with your friends there on the board. Let us quickly look at our summary notes for today. You ready to write it down? Good. Leave all your experimenting and write this down into your books. Most of the things around us are made up of mixtures. Things that contain two separate substances. Substance is called a mixture. Go, write that up quickly. Right, by now you should have completed your summary notes. Our keyword for today, everyone on your screen there, mixture. Good. Now, next lesson, same states being mixed. That is our next lesson. Materials for the next lesson, sand, nails, water, cordial, beaker, containers, and other plastics for receiving students if you do not have beaker. With that, thank you very much, 6Es and receiving students, and have a nice day with your teacher.
Wish